It is Friday afternoon and you're busy. Maybe you're with a client, maybe you're on site, or maybe you just stepped away for an hour. An email comes in from a client who's really frustrated and needed a response today, but you do not see it until Monday morning. By then, they've already moved on and gone with someone else. Now, I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, because honestly, it happens with every single business owner. But here's the thing, the problem is not you. Problem is that your inbox has no intelligence because it treats a newsletter the exact same way as it treats an urgent client message. And a spam email might be sitting right next to a hot lead, which means you end up having to read every single email just to figure out which is which. Now, research shows that the average person spends 2.5 hours a day just on email. For a business owner, that works out to 12 hours a week. That's nearly 2 full working days spent just on email. What you just saw earlier was a workflow that is going to change that completely. The moment that email lands in your inbox, whether it's the middle of the night or it's a Sunday afternoon, this system reads it, decides exactly what it is, and takes the right action automatically. Important emails get a draft reply sitting in your Gmail draft, waiting for you to review and approve. Spam gets logged and quietly ignored. And urgent items send you an immediate alert on your Slack's channel, so you always know when something needs your attention ASAP. Now, I want to be completely upfront about the cost associated with this, because I think transparency matters here. The Claude API calls running for this entire workflow, let's say running on 50 emails a day, is going to cost you under $2 a month. Gmail, Google Sheets, and Slack are all free on top of that. So really, you're just paying for the intelligence, and honestly, $2 a month is less than a coffee. And this will work for any kind of business that manages emails. For example, a dental practice dealing with patient inquiries, plumber juggling emergency calls and quote requests, a freelancer managing maybe 5 clients at a time, or an agency owner drowning in emails from multiple directions. If people are emailing you, the system is for you. So I'm going to walk you through every single node of this automation in plain English, and you can replicate that very easily. Also, as a bonus, I have a free template in the description so you can import it and be live today. So let's get into it. All right, so now what you're looking here are 11 nodes all working together with one single job. That's making sure every email goes exactly where it needs to go. Now, starting from the left here, we have Watch Gmail Inbox, which is the trigger. Then we have Mark as read, which turns the email as read immediate. Then Classify Email, which is basically Claude Haiku, acting as the fast, cheap reader. Then we have Parse Classification, which cleans up the output. Then Route by Category, which is the sorting machine and honestly my favorite node in this entire workflow. After that, we have Draft Reply, where Claude Sonnet writes the reply. Then we have Parse Reply, which is basically to clean up all that. Then we have Save as Gmail Draft, which saves everything without sending automatically. Then we have Log to Google Sheets, which records everything. Then the Urgent node, which checks if something needs immediate action or attention. And finally, the Send Urgent Alert, which pings your Slack channel. So these are all the 11 nodes working together. Now, let me walk you through each one, starting with the Watch Gmail Inbox. Think of this node as a security guard who checks your mailbox every single minute. And every time this security guard finds a new unread email in your inbox, he picks it up and passes it along to the next step. Now, we have told him to watch only the inbox and not your sent folder, not promotions, not anything else, and only unread emails, so it will never pick up something it has already seen and processed. The next workflow is Mark as read. So the very first thing this workflow does is, before it even reads what the email says, it is to mark it as read. All right. And the reason for that is really important. If something goes wrong halfway through the workflow because stuff happens, say Claude is slow for a second or the internet drops, you do not want the same email being processed twice and ending up with two draft replies for the same message. So marking it as read immediately is like putting a stamp on the envelope that says claimed, right? So nothing else touches it. Next up, we have the classify email. Now, this is the part I really want you to pay attention to because this is where most tutorials skip over the actual thinking. Now, I'm using Claude Haiku here and not Sonnet or the most powerful model, specifically Haiku, because this is the fastest and most affordable model that Claude offers. And if I open this up, the system message. And here's why that decision matters because Haiku is going to read every single email that comes into your inbox, every newsletter, every receipt, every cold sales pitch, and every client message. And for most of those emails, the answer is actually quite simple. Well, this is spam, for example. This is a support request. This is a angry client or missed deadline request. So you really do not need a powerful, expensive model to figure that out, and Haiku does it in under a second or a fraction of a cent. Now, I've given Haiku 5 categories to choose from. Sales inquiry means that someone is interested in working with you. Support request means an existing client needs help with something. Complaint means someone is unhappy. Spam covers newsletters, promotions, and cold outreach. And internal is for team messages or personal emails. And alongside the category, Haiku also assigns an urgency score from 1 to 5, where 1 is no urgency at all, like, for example, a newsletter or a spam, that kind of stuff, right? And 5 is for critical, which means an angry client who needs a response right now. I've also built some hard rules into the prompt. Complaints always score 4 or 5 and never lower because if a client is unhappy, that is always urgent regardless of how it is worded. And spam always scores 1 without exception. Now, if you want, you can add your own custom categories for your specific type of business. Say, you run a medical practice and you want to add appointment request as its own category. That is completely possible by simply updating this prompt. If you would like to see a tutorial on customizing this for your industry, please drop a comment below and I will build a dedicated video on it if enough people ask. Similarly, we also have a user message. I'm just going to open this up. It's pretty self-explanatory. We get the subject, the from, and the body from the previous nodes, and we classify that into an email. All right, let's go to the next node, which is parse classification. Now, this small node does one thing and one thing only. Claude usually sends back its answer as text, and this node cleans it up and turns it into 4 neat pieces of data that every node after it can read directly, which are category, urgency, summary, and sender name. And the good news is that it is already in the free templates, so you will not need to write a single character of this code yourself, and we can keep on moving. And next up, we have route by category. Here it is, my favorite node to show people, because visually, this is what intelligence looks like in action. You can see 5 branches here, 1 for each category, and every email gets sorted down exactly the right path. So for example, the sales inquiry, the support request, and the complaint all go and get a special dedicated draft reply. And spam and internal would skip straight to the log without triggering anything else. And the beautiful thing about this is that it never makes a mistake and it never takes a coffee break, unlike your staff members, which means your inbox is being intelligently sorted around the clock. Now, once you understand how this node works, you will honestly be able to build almost anything in N10 because conditional routing is at the heart of most automations. All right, next up, we have the draft reply node. All right. Now, here's the other side of that model decision I made earlier, and this is the part that makes this workflow genuinely smarter rather than just fast. Now, Haiku read everything, but Sonnet only wakes up for three categories, which are sales inquiries, support requests, and complaints. Emails that actually need a real, thoughtful reply. Spam and internal emails skip this node entirely and go straight to the log. So, what that means is you are paying for Sonnet's intelligence only when an email is actually worth a thoughtful reply. And for everything else, you already paid Haiku a fraction of a cent. So, that is smart AI architecture, and it is a design decision that most people never think about when they start building these kinds of workflows. So, Sonnet reads the full email, reads the category that Haiku assigned, and writes a draft reply in your voice. It uses the sender's first name, it references something specific from what they actually wrote, so it never sounds like a template, and it signs off with your name every single time. Next up, we have the parse reply. Now, this works exactly the same way as the parse classification node we saw earlier. So it basically cleans up Sonnet's output into two fields, which are the reply subject line and the reply body. And just like before, it is already in the template, so you do not need to touch anything here. Now, moving forward, we are now at the save as email draft node. Now, this is a design decision I want to be really clear about. This workflow does not send emails automatically. It saves the reply as a draft in your Gmail drafts folder, and you still review it and click send yourself. The reason for that is that Claude is very good at writing emails, but you and only you know your clients in a way that Claude does not. So you might want to add a personal touch, or you might have context about a situation that was not in the original email. So the draft gives you the best of both worlds, a 90% written reply already there and waiting for you, with you still completely in control of what actually goes out. Now, if you've been using this for a few weeks and you completely trust how Claude writes for you, be my guest. You can absolutely replace this node with send email, and it's going to send that message automatically instead of saving as a draft. But I always recommend starting with drafts and building that trust gradually before switching to auto send. All right, next up, we have the log to Google Sheets node. All right. Now, every email that comes through, whether it's a hot lead, a complaint, or a piece of spam, will get its own row in this spreadsheet. And that row will include the timestamp, the sender, the subject, the category, the urgency score, the Claude's one-line summary, whether a draft was created, and an email ID. Now, as a business owner, you can open this sheet every single morning and have a complete picture of everything that came in overnight. So you know exactly what needs your attention, what Claude already drafted a reply for, and what you can safely ignore without even opening. And all of that happens without any CRM subscription, without any complex software, and just a Google Sheet that fills itself automatically every time an email arrives. Next, we have the if node called urgent. This node is simple but really important. If the urgency score is 4 or above, the alert fires. Everything below that and the workflow will end quietly without disturbing you. Now, one thing worth tuning once you start using this is the threshold number itself. If you find you're getting too many alerts and they're becoming noise, you can bump this up to 5, right? And if you feel like you're occasionally missing things that should have alerted you, you are welcome to drop it to 3. And you can tune it until it matches your inbox volume and your working style. Next up, we have the send urgent alert, which is the last node, right? Now, what happens here? When an urgent email triggers this node, a message drops straight into your Slack channel with the sender's name, all right, and the category, the urgency score, and Claude's one-line summary of what the email is about. All right. So you know about it before you even open Gmail, which means you can decide in 5 seconds whether you need to act on it right now or whether you can wait until you finish whatever you are doing. Now, if Slack is not your tool of choice or if it is not available where you are, you can swap this last note out for a Gmail notification to yourself or a WhatsApp message via Twilio or any other notification service that N10 supports. The rest of the workflow stays exactly the same, and you just replace this final node. All right. If you need help connecting a specific tool for your situation, feel free to drop it in the comments and I will guide you through it. So this is the workflow in a nutshell. So as we saw in the beginning of this video, when I ran this workflow, we got an email from a frustrated client. It was a complaint and it was a really important client. And maybe you just close your shop, right? It's the end of the day. But this cannot be missed. So what happened? The system handled it completely on its own. It drafted a very empathetic reply, which is sitting right here in the Gmail drafts, ready for me to review and send. Now, the urgency score came back at 5, all right, which triggered a Slack alert immediately, and I got that ping on my phone and I know it's important. So I come back to open my shop, right? I come back to deal with my customer. And then I see that I have everything logged in the sheet, the category, the urgency, summary, everything important. So Claude made every single one of those decisions in the background without anyone touching anything. Now, before you go, I want to say 2 things. The first is that if you run into any issues setting this up, whether it is connecting to your Gmail or your Google Sheets or your Slack, anything else, please drop it in the comments because I read every single comment and I will help you directly. All right. I would much rather answer 50 questions in the comments than have 50 business owners just give up on a system that generally changes the way how you work. That is just how I like to do things. I would rather give away the knowledge for free and let you decide what you want to do with it. And the second thing I want to talk about is that the free workflow template is linked in the description. And you do not need to build this system from scratch, but if you want to, please be my guest. You always learn by doing things yourself step by step. And if you want to import it directly into N10, you just need to download it, import it into N10, connect your accounts, and you're going to be live, okay? So that is the whole point of what we're doing here together. That's to help you learn. Now, this was the second video in the sales automation thread. And next week, we're going to be switching over to the operations thread. I'm going to show you how you can completely automate your invoicing process so that you never have to copy paste your invoices again. You just need to add 1 row to your spreadsheet and a professionally formatted PDF invoice is already on the way to your client. No manual work, no errors, no typo, no inconsistent formatting. If you want to see that, please hit subscribe because a new build goes out every week. And please drop a comment below. Tell me what is sitting in your inbox right now that you wish that could have been automated, that you wouldn't have to deal with. Because I read every single comment and I really want to know what you're dealing with right now. I'm going to see you next week. Take care.